Chapter 3. Approved. As the first rays of sunlight filtered through my curtains, I was abruptly awakened by a sudden realization. My eyes sprung open wide, and I gasped for breath as the significance of the day hit me like a ton of bricks. I jumped out of bed, feeling a thrill of excitement rushing through me, and hurried towards the calendar on my wall. Each day leading up to this momentous occasion had been marked with a bold red X, and I had been eagerly counting down the days. And finally, the long-awaited day had arrived. Overcome with joy, I couldn't contain my enthusiasm and began to dance around the house, twirling and chanting, "Today is the day," over and over again. My heart was racing, and I felt as though it was about to burst with delight. I lost my balance and I fell to the floor in a fit of laughter, feeling my worries and fears vanish into thin air. As I lay there laughing uncontrollably, I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror at the end of the hallway. I was grinning from ear to ear, my eyes sparkling with happiness. I wondered, who is this person? It was difficult to recognize myself, but I liked what I saw in that reflection. The person staring back at me was someone full of hope, joy, and a good future. I had been preparing for this day for a while now. I saved up my money for this special occasion. The day before, I had treated myself to a complete makeover. I went to a popular salon for a new hairstyle, facial, manicure, and pedicure. Afterward, I visited one of the best cosmetologists in the area to get my makeup done. She showed me some fantastic makeup techniques and even gave me free samples to try later. I figured I had a stunning dress, so why not go above and beyond and make myself look and feel the part of a queen? Once I changed into my spectacular dress, I felt a fluttering of butterflies dancing about in my belly. Looking into the mirror, I couldn't help but notice that the dress had given me a new confidence and radiance. Suddenly, I heard a voice whisper, "I approve." I quickly turned around, but there was no one around me. I must have been imagining things, but the thought that someone out there approved of me made me giggle with delight. It fueled my determination to make this evening unforgettable and to not let anything stand in the way of my destiny. I eagerly anticipated the opportunity to meet the one who had been so kind and thoughtful towards me. I arrived at the address printed on the invitation, and my heart started to fill with anxiety and doubt. What was I thinking when I decided to attend this exclusive function? I didn't fit into this type of social group, regardless of how much effort I put into my appearance. Despite my fancy outfit and styled hair, I still felt out of place. I couldn't shake feeling like an imposter, as if I didn't truly belong among the glamorous and sophisticated guests who would be in attendance. With feelings of insignificance and inadequacy, I questioned whether I had made a mistake in accepting the invitation. While I sat in my car, I felt a deep sense of disappointment in myself. I felt physically sick to my stomach. Once I started the engine to go back home, something heavy fell onto my lap. It was the invitation, and as I picked it up, I saw that my name was highlighted in gold. It was just like that dream I had the night when I first received the invitation. I understood the meaning now. It was emphasizing to me the importance of my attendance. I shook my head in disbelief at what I had just observed. As I held the invitation in my hands, I heard a soft whisper, "You are valuable." These comforting words echoed in my ears, and as I looked at myself in the mirror, I heard the whispering voice again, "You are beautiful." Tears welled up in my eyes as I tried to figure out from where this voice came. But the more I listened, the more I realized that this reassuring voice was telling me the opposite of what I had been feeling and believing. The encouraging words gave me the strength and courage to get out of the car, climb up those stairs, and enter through those large doors that stood before me. Psalm 118, verse 24. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. 1 Peter 2, verse 9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into the marvelous light. Galatians 4, verse 6. And because you are sons, God has sent forth the Spirit of his Son into your hearts, crying out, "Abba, Father." Therefore, you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. 2 Corinthians 6, verse 18. I will be a father to you, and you shall be my sons and daughters, says the Lord Almighty. Isaiah 43, verse 4. Others were given in exchange for you. I traded their lives for yours because you are precious to me. You are honored, and I love you. 2 Corinthians 10, verses 4 and 5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty in God for pulling down strongholds, casting down arguments, and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. Philippians 4, verse 8. Keep your thoughts continually fixed on all that is authentic and real, honorable and admirable, beautiful and respectful, pure and holy, merciful and kind. And fasten your thoughts on every glorious work of God, praising Him always. This concludes Chapter 3.